What's up, guys? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you all are doing well. I am YoYoY2K back again with another Ark Survival Evolved building tutorial. Today we're going to be working on a Viking Longhouse together. This is one that I've been looking forward to for a while. Pretty cool build. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do enjoy it and decide you want to build this in your own world, take a look down in the description. I will have a list of all the structures you need down there, so you'll be able to find out how many walls you need, how many foundations, how many ceilings, etc., etc. So I have used all vanilla structures to build this, which means no matter what system you're on, be it Xbox, PS4, PC, you can build this on whatever platform you are playing. I have definitely used a ton of mods to decorate the interior just to give you an idea of what you could do with the place, but you can decorate it however you want with whatever you have available to you. So let's go ahead and take a look inside, and then we will build this thing together. So it's super open in the middle, lots of open space. I have just put a bunch of tables and benches around. You can utilize the space however you want. You don't even have to use this as a dining hall if you don't want. If you want to have this area be a dino garage, you could do that, because back here there's a separate little house that I have imagined was for like the Jarl or the Earl to live, kind of their own little apartment basically. Got a spot for a bed under here. Over here we have space for some storage. And then we can just, actually there's some doors out here too. You can enter into the longhouse this way. And then back in here is the main hall. There's a spot for a throne. This throne is from one of the eco mods. So you can sit up here on the little platform. Take a look down at everybody as they are chowing down on their meal. We have a pretty cool little pit in the middle where we can put some fires. And up top is kind of a catwalk runway that you can utilize however you want. I thought maybe put some sleeping bags, some extra beds, things like that up there. I haven't actually, let's see if I can, yep, there we go. Go up here. I haven't put anything up here, but you can just imagine having beds or sleeping bags or even more storage up here. You can even put some crafting things up here, like a smithy, and put some of your forges up here and stow those away so they're hidden. So let's go ahead and see if we can climb back down. We can. Here we go. So that's pretty much the whole place. It's not huge. It's pretty easy to build. And I think it turned out looking pretty cool. So let me go ahead, get all the materials that I need together on my hotbar, and we will go ahead and build this thing together. Alright guys, welcome back. I have some materials with me, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm just going to build right next to it. We've got enough space here that we should be able to recreate this. So first thing to do is make a 6x8 foundation. And if you want, you can leave out these middle 4 foundations because we're going to get rid of those. I'm going to go ahead and put them down, but just so you know, you don't need these middle 4. So if you want to save on some materials, you can just leave those out right now. So let's go ahead, start lining these up, and get ourselves a 6x8 going. And then after that, we'll put up some pillars, put up some walls, and be moving right along. Alright guys, now that we have our 6x8 foundation down, we can go ahead and grab some fence foundations. So like I said, these middle 4 are going to go away in a minute. I went ahead and put them down for now, but if you chose to save on materials, then you totally can skip out on putting those 4 down. So let's grab fence foundations, just using some wooden ones, and this will allow us to get our dinosaur gate in place. So find the middle 2 foundations. So we have 6 going across this way. So we want to grab the middle 2, so this one, and put a fence foundation on the edge. So fence foundation right here, and I'm going to use this snap point here, if it'll go, and come on. Right there, like that, and again, get it to go over to this other snap point right there. And then we'll do the other side as well. Grab that snap point and grab that snap point. So if you see, this one will actually go farther off the edge. We don't want that. I just want to keep the fence foundation close to the edge of the physical foundation, not completely off of it. So next thing I'm going to do is grab a couple more fence foundations, put those on the edge. You can put it like that, or you can just do again what we did over here. I'm actually going to put it that way. Same thing to this side, just like that, so it's on the edge of the foundation. Do that again right there, and lastly over here as well. That will allow us to get pillars in on the corners. Alright, so with our fence foundations in place, we're ready to come back, put in the gateways and the pillars on the corner. So I'll go ahead and grab the pillars. I'm going to build these up 3 high. 1, 2, and 3. Same thing to each corner. So over here again, 1, 2, and 3. Hop up here. Travel to this corner, 1, 2, 3. Again, up to 3. And then put in our gates. So let's go ahead, grab a gate, put it in the middle here. So there's the gate. Find your middle, which is going to be right there. Yep, right there. So this is facing the wrong way. I want to go ahead and flip this. It's kind of hard to tell, but when you have it flipped the other way, you can see how the rounded edges of the wood are facing out right there. So let's go ahead, grab the gateway, or the gate, I guess. That was the gateway. Put the gate in place, head over to this side and replicate what we did. Hop into the inventory, grab the gate, and it's facing the right direction. Put it in. We've got them centered. Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and grab the actual gate, place it, and now we're ready to start putting up some walls. So just build the walls up until they are level with the top of the gate, except for the corner. That corner needs to stop 1 shy. So I guess next to the gate will be 4 high, with the one on the end being 3 high. So let's do that again. So build this up 4 high. And then the end is 3 high, like so. Now what we can do is pop on inside, grab our ceilings, and then jump up and get those ceilings to place up there, and then build a line across. So a line of 4. Like that. That will allow us to get the peak going up above our doors in a minute. So next, let's grab our corner pieces, put those in place of the sloped walls. Do that again right there, and do that again on this side, and then we'll end up putting a wall up there and a wall there. And I probably can't reach that top yet. Not right now. I'll have to come back in a minute and finish that. Next, we can go ahead and do the other side. Hello, Trike. So let's go ahead, put the walls up so the ends are 3 high. Next to the door, next to the gateway is 4. So do that again here. Build up to 4. Build up 3 here. There we go. Alright, so we've got this wall started. We need to finish. Let's go ahead, kind of peek up toward the middle a little bit with these sloped walls. Now let's head back inside and put the ceilings across. So again, we want to build 4 ceilings across, just at the height above our gateway. Not there. Alright, there we go. So those are all in place. We could go ahead, so we can come out here and put the walls on top. Alright guys, so at this point we have the 2 end walls placed. we are ready to start putting the walls on the back and front of our longhouse. I will need to flip the design, so this back wall in the original design I will need to put over here because I didn't notice this little metal bit, and it's going to interfere with the Jarl apartment. So I'm going to have to flip the design around, and I'm stuck on the foundation. So let's go ahead, grab the ramps. We can put some ramps in here while we are running around. Let's put the ramps just right below the two foundations that have the dinosaur gateway on them. So let's build that back wall first. So it's going to be 3 walls high all the way across, except in the middle where we have the top the top wall being a window wall. So we need to be careful with this fence foundation because the wall wants to snap to the fence foundation, and that is not going to line up with all your other walls. So that wall is snapped to the wooden foundation. That one wants to snap to the fence foundations. You see those don't line up, so let's pick this up and make sure we get it on the wood foundation so that they line up evenly. So let's go ahead, we can build these 3 high, and then in the middle those will be 2 high, so the middle 3. We can come back with the window, put those on top, and then back to a regular wooden wall to be 3 high. Again here, be careful that you place it on the wooden foundation and not the fence foundation. So that wall is complete. Now we'll come to this side, and what we're going to do is take a look, but we're going to go 3 high here on the ends, 2 high with a window, and then 3 high again, and we're going to do that on both sides. So grab our walls, and again be careful you don't snap to the fence foundation, but rather snap to the wooden foundation. And there you go, 3 high, and then here we go 2 high with a window on top. Oh, nope. And 3 high again. Do the same thing on this side. Be careful that you're snapping to the fence, be careful you're not snapping to the fence foundation, but snapping to the wooden foundation. Like so. And now this back wall is almost done. We want to come inside now and work on the Jarl's platform. So let's grab some more walls. And I'm going to turn these just so that the texture is consistent. These don't matter so much because they're going to be hidden behind your ramps and a slope wall. But I'm just going to turn them anyway, just for consistency's purpose. But these, I will make sure are turned so that the same texture that we have all the way around is consistent. So if you just look down at your feet, it will turn blue. So I have it snapped right there. It's going to be facing the wrong direction. But if I just look down, it turns blue. And then when I snap, it is the same texture all the way around. So now we want to put our ramps in, going up to the top of the little platform. So we want to grab the wrong ceiling, or the wrong sloped wall, sorry, and then just drag it down until it's blue. And that will put it in place, and it'll line up nice with this wall. Same thing over here. We have the wrong sloped side, and then we flip it so that it is actually lined up quite nicely. And then the ramps are actually the sloped wooden ceilings. So if you didn't know, the sloped wooden ceiling and ramps have a different pitch, and the wooden ceilings fit nicer than the ramps do, because the ramps are a lot steeper and they won't line up with your sloped walls as nicely. So let's come back this direction, grab some more ceilings, and put these in place. Make sure that we have them running the same direction as all the other wood in the house, like so. And then come back with some more foundations. And we're going to build this out. Let's go 4. And then build these out like that. I guess that's not 4, that's 3. Let's double check. I don't remember how long that is. It's 3 and then 4 in the middle. Like that. Alright, so next what we can do is grab walls, put these around to enclose our little Jarl's apartment. We can extend the ceilings here. Grab a doorway, and you can have that flipped if you want. You can have it facing whichever direction. I think I'm going to flip it. Be a rebel. I'm going to flip it like that. And then again, what I'm going to do is grab the sloped walls, the wrong one, drag it down until it flips. Same thing on this side, sloped wall, the wrong one, drag it down until it flips, put it in place, then grab our sloped ceilings or our sloped wooden roofs, put those in place. Those are lined up nicely, and come back with a couple door frames here. Door frame is there. Get that to go the right direction, like so. And then put a window frame on top of those with our slopes going up to the middle. And that basically finishes off the little Jarl apartment. Actually, one last thing. We can go ahead and put in some door frames, and then like I had in the other one, you could put some storage back there if you want. You probably fit about 3 of those small storage chests back in there. We can come back and actually do it right now. We can grab ourselves some railings. We're done with the foundations, so put a railing in there and put a railing in there as well. Door frame again, so same direction as before, so we have the consistency of textures. Come back with a wall, stack a wall on top, like so. Coming right along, next thing we're going to do is grab a wooden hatch frame. So I've got one right here. I'm going to put this, you can put it on both sides, you can put it on one side. You don't even have to put it in there if you don't want. If you want, you don't have to have this catwalk going across here. So like what I'm doing right now is I'm putting a catwalk going across to allow for more storage. You can put things up top, like stash away some more beds, put some crafting stations in, whatever you want to use it for. So, oh, nope, that's wrong. So let's go ahead, build back the other direction. This is super disorienting. Okay, so with that catwalk in place, now we can get up to the top. So let's go ahead and grab some ladders, put those on the hotbar. We don't need slope ceilings anymore. So I'm going to put the the ladders just 2 down. You can go all the way down if you want, but that keeps it kind of out of your sight line, kind of out of the way. But if you just do a little jump, you can climb up here. So let's go ahead, finish this peak like so. Let's run over to the other side, do the same thing. Finish that, and there we go. We can come across with railings. Let's go ahead and first though grab our sloped thatch roof, put that on the hotbar, and start putting the roof on. So let's go ahead. We could actually, I might be able to just do it from here if I don't fall off. You could probably do this first row of ceilings from the floor. There we go. Alright, I have the sloped thatch roof across the bottom layer here, the first row in. Before I do the next layer, what I will need to do is put in the sloped wall. So we can go again with the wrong one, and I'm actually going to manually flip it so that it turns the opposite direction. Like that. Do the other side as well. Put these in place. And now, with those in place, we can go ahead and finish off with our ceilings, going across here with our sloped thatch roofs. So with the ceiling finished, the last thing to do would be put in some railings. Let's go ahead and put these in place. Not the last thing, obviously, but the last thing up here. Put the railings in. And now you've got a little balcony area that you can use for whatever you want. Stash some beds up here, stash some storage, crafting, your call. But next, let's go ahead and take out these middle 4 foundations. So here, like that. So we have 2 on the ends here. So if you look, there would be 2 here. The Jarl platform's over the first one, and then on the ends you've got 3. Alright, so before we actually put the ramps in the middle here, let's grab some fence foundations and get these on the inner edge of these foundations. Like that. So that will allow us to put in some pillars in a minute. So with the fence foundations in place, let's go ahead, grab our ramps. And then if you work your way clockwise, you can get these to overlap, but you have to go clockwise. Make sure that they are lining up. If you do it correctly, the wooden edges here, they should line up. So with the ramps in place, I'm going to come back with some pillars. You can use wood pillars. I'm going to use stone just to break up the textures a little bit. So there I have some stone pillars just to add a little more detail to this pit area. We could go ahead and put in some... Do I have some? I got a few here. Go ahead and put a few of the campfires in here. You can fit in however many you want. I'm just going to put in 4 for now. So there are 4 campfires down in the middle. And then lastly, what I'm going to do is grab these artifact pedestals. Is that what they're called? Artifact pedestal, yes. So I quite enjoy placing these artifact pedestals in the top of stone pillars, and it's hard to get them lined up, but if you do a decent enough job, so that's kind of clipping through that edge, but they are pretty cool. You can get these to go in the top of the pillars and then mount on top of these your artifacts, so that you have artifacts basically hovering over the pillars. So I'm just going to do this to all of them. This is not necessary, just a little detail that I think is kind of cool. Come on, you. There we go. Like I said, it's hard to get them lined up perfectly. Did a pretty good job on that one. You can take your time if you want and get it more precise. I'm just kind of winging it. And that one's actually pretty good as well. And final few steps, we need to put a roof on the Jarl apartment. So let's go ahead and grab the sloped thatch roof. Just kind of finish this little area out here. And then I think the last thing to do would be put on windows and door frames, or windows and doors. Come on. There we go. And last one in place. So I'm just going to use wooden windows, wooden doors, and wooden doors are right here. So let's get some doors in place. There and there. Window, window. I'm actually going to leave this open. You don't even need this door frame if you don't want. If you want this to be more open, you could leave that door frame out. Door and door. Window there. Window there. Window, window, window. And there we have it, guys. We have finished building this Viking Longhouse. So you could decorate this however you want. And if you wanted to use this as a dino garage and then use this area as your own apartment / living space, you could leave all of the foundations in place there, not even have that fire pit. You would have a pretty good spot for your dinos, actually. You could still have your balcony up top where you could put some storage, crafting, etc. But that is it for the build, guys. That is the basic structure in place. Everything else is just decorating or determining how you want to utilize the base for yourself. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the build. If you found yourself enjoying this and want to drop a like, that is much appreciated. Oh, actually, we have not finished. I was getting ahead of myself. Let's go ahead. We have railings and we have ramps over here. We forgot to put ramps and railings on the ends are over here. And there, and then a railing is there. Okay, now we're done. Now we are finished. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you liked the video, don't forget, drop a like. Helps me out and I appreciate it. If you guys want to see some more videos like this, you can check out some of the links down in the description. You can also head over to my channel page, check out some videos there. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you all again in the next one. Bye, guys.